Hello and welcome to another How to Draw Stuff with me, Calvin Innes. Okay, today I'm going to draw a kind of stylized, cute cartoon creeper from Minecraft. So my little boy is slightly obsessed with Minecraft, so this one is for him. There we go, we're going to start off sketching in some kind of rough guidelines, and then we'll go over and kind of tidy things up a little bit. So let's start off very simple. We need a square for our creeper's head. Now we need to make this sort of 3D. So from this top corner, just sweep downwards and backwards. From this bottom corner, sweep upwards, join those up, and you have your 3D cube. That will become your creeper's head. Now for the body, we're going to go in from the sides a little bit, so around about here and around about here. We're going to come down, across, and then up. Now if yours is straight, that's cool. If it's not, don't worry about it. This character is going to be kind of quite stylized, so we don't have to worry about getting angles absolutely perfect and all these squares perfectly neat. In fact, we don't really want them to be too neat. Now from this bottom corner, let's sweep up again, same angle as up here on the head, and then sweep up again, and you have your head and your body. Now for the legs, I'm going to draw in these guidelines again. So at the front here, overlapping, we're going to have a rectangle. Just next to it, we're going to have another rectangle. With both of these, we need to make these look 3D the same way we did the head and the body. So from the bottom of this one, let's move across. Bottom of this one, same angle, let's come across there, join those up. And then following this line, so you want this back line to be the same as the front of the leg, to there, same angle again, join those up. So from the bottom of this leg, we're going across, the top, we're going across again, join those up. It's the same again. We want this line here to be the same as this line in the back, and come across here. Now the legs at the back we can't see quite as well, but it's still the same thing. So we have a rectangle, so it would kind of continue up there, look. You can see those bits. Now we need the same angle as down here, as on the head, as on the body. It's all the same angle. So coming up again there, go straight up, we have the same angle from here to there. Now the other leg, we can't really see all that much, so you just have a tiny little bit of that rectangle popping out, and the same angle again on there, and that kind of gives you all of the elements that you need. So if we kind of get rid of some of the guidelines that we drew in before, so the bits you can't see, so these legs are obviously blocking out a lot of the body. So if we get rid of those guidelines that you can no longer see because those legs are in the way, then this should start to make a little bit more sense. There you go. Okay, we're going to draw the face on now. So we need two squares, one there and one there. And then between those squares, just join them up, come down on both of those, come across on both of those, but not all the way to the side, kind of stop halfway, halfway distance between sort of the eyes, and then drop down, across, and then just bring that up in there. And that kind of gives you your creeper's mouth. Now again with this, we need to make this a little bit more 3D. So using the same angle again that we keep using. So this head, with these, the top of the head and the bottom of the head, gives us all the angles that we need for most of this drawing. So this same angle up here, you're going to use the top corner of the eye there, draw that angle in. And then using this line, we know it goes across there, using this line, now it goes down there. Same from the top of this eye, same angle again, join those up, and you have your kind of 3D looking eyes. We need to do the same with the mouth. Now this is a little bit more difficult, there's a lot more detail in there. But top of the mouth there, same angle across. Top of this bit, same angle again. Top of here, same angle again. And we're just going to then join those up. There we go. There's one more left, so on here, same angle again, and then just join it up. And there you go, you've kind of got most of your kind of stylized cartoon creeper in there now. Now we're going to add a little bit of detail on for the toes at the front here. So again, using these angles, we're going to draw across. You're just mirroring these lines, just thickening up this little bit at the bottom. And then we're going to use them to sort of add a few little details. So let's go one little square, one little square, one little square, one little square, and again this guy on there. Now with all of this, again, any of you kind of hardcore Minecraft fans, I know this isn't exact to the design of the creeper. This is a stylized, more sort of cartoony version. And in the drawing tutorial I will show you how to draw a much more kind of Minecraft realistic version, and actually a fully realistic version would be quite cool to do. Kind of what some of the Minecraft characters would look like in real life. So cool. That is pretty much everything that we need for us drawing our creeper. So I'm going to switch across to a different pen on here. Let's have a quick look there. Okay, and we're going to thicken up some of these lines. So our outlines, we're going to use these guidelines that we drew all the way through this sketch, and we're going to tidy those up a little bit as we go, just picking out which lines we want to keep, which we want to get rid of, and also which we might want to sort of tweak slightly as we go. So that's the whole idea with guidelines. You don't have to stick to them exactly. They're to guide you. They're to help you create better drawings. And the more you draw, the better you will get at kind of choosing which lines to keep, which lines to get rid of. There we go. So that's all the thickest of those lines. So I'm going to reduce the size of the brush ever so slightly, just kind of drawing some of these. Again, we're just following these guidelines that we drew in. As these guidelines are kind of fine-tuned, you're starting to get your character coming through a little bit more. Now let's just go up to those eyes. There. And another one there. And now for the mouth. Again, no perfectly straight lines in this really. That's not what this character's about. This is about kind of making it cartoony and fun, and a little bit more stylized. You don't want to be kind of cracking out the ruler for this drawing or anything. It's just to get yourself into a bit of a nightmare if you're doing that kind of thing. Now let's just sort out these little toes at the bottom. Here we go. Another one in here. Again, you'll notice as I'm going, not being overly neat with this. So these definitely aren't perfectly straight little squares. You don't really want them to be at all for this style of character. There we go. And let's just get those details in there. He's looking kind of cool now. Now let's get a nice little kind of creeper green. And we'll lose those guidelines as well. Okay, so we need to add a little bit of colour on this guy. So on the front, any of these kind of sides that are facing you, all exactly the same shade. There we go. But we want to start adding a little bit of depth to this guy. So we're going to go for a slightly darker green. So if you're using pencil crayons or pens, just switch up to an ever so slightly darker green for this bit. Then all the ones over on this side, we're going to go a little bit darker. There we go. We can also go inside here with the same ones, any of the ones that are kind of facing that way. And now we need one even darker for these underside bits inside the head. But for these ones on top of the legs, we want to go a bit lighter. Okay, so you've got 4 different shades of green for this. There we go. That gives you your kind of 3D creeper. Now we're going to stick with this and use that same shade, the lighter shade of green, to start adding in a few little details. And this is where we start to get a little bit of this kind of the pattern on this guy. You're just working around. You don't need to add in too many details at all. You can kind of go overboard at this point. You want this to be nice and bold and kind of clear. So to give sort of a suggestion of these patterns, but maybe not patterns absolutely everywhere. Here we go. Now let's do the same sort of thing, but over on the sides here. So we are going to use this darker green to kind of add a couple of these bits on the side. Again, as I'm sketching these in, the angles are all messed up. They're not how they should actually be. You can see none of these angles really follow the correct rules, but that is kind of part of the fun of this style of character. You don't want them to be too neat. It's a nice one to practice drawing with because you really don't have to focus too much on making it absolutely perfect. And finally, we'll go for this shade of green again, but just add in a few little touches around here just to finish things off. A little bit on there, and there we go. You have your kind of stylized cartoon creeper. So have fun drawing this one. Enjoy yourselves. I'd love to see kind of what you guys come up with. Really enjoy seeing the pictures that you send in. Thanks for joining me again, and I will see you all again next time.